And welcome back to See You in the AM. Happy to have you back here for the next week, our second week together. I just wanted to, first, before we get into the next C, which is consistency, just recap a little bit of last week where we covered confidence. I'm hoping that a lot of you guys took to heart and put into application the exercise of application we talked about, which is getting out there, being conscious of the words coming out of our mouth. I'm hoping that reap rewards for you guys. Again, you have to put these things into action in order to get the benefits from them. Again, you can always go back and watch those again, so therefore you are able to review. As we said before, review it is the thing to do. But let's get on to the next C, and to me the most important of the C's, which is consistency. The most important is also the most challenging, and we'll get into some ideas why throughout the week. But before we do that, I think it's important for us to just get a grasp on why consistency is such an important piece of anyone in the world that's successful in any walk of life. Now, the first thing I just wanted to share with you is something that I've always found humorous. You get to a new office, especially in sales, and people usually gather around the water cooler, or they gather in a break area, and people start talking about closing ratios. Hey, to the new guy, what's your closing ratio? I always chuckled at this. Why did I find it funny is because, by definition, salespeople are inconsistent. We'll get to understand that, as I said, a little more throughout the week. But I learned something way back when. I'm not, crazy about the school systems, but they did teach us some very valuable things. They taught us what a ratio is. A variable compared to a constant. So how could someone have a closing ratio if they're inconsistent? Now, closers, we know exactly what to expect, and that's the beauty of consistency itself, is that we're able to predict to a degree results. I know if I speak to X amount of people that Y will become a number of clients or doing business with them. So again, it's something that is critical to being a closer, being consistent. Now, we'll talk about what it means to be consistent throughout the week, but to understand, to be able to make improvements. We don't just change massive things. We make incremental improvements, and without that level of consistency, it's impossible to truly improve and to be aware of what it is we're doing to improve, to achieve and exceed goals. So consistency is a critical piece. Just want to give you an introduction to it today. Over the next couple of days, we're going to talk about the application of it. More importantly, what things affect our ability, emotional ability to be consistent, whether it's from the outside environment, whether it's inside the work environment, or whether it is on the presentation or on the pitch itself. So we will cover all those things over the next couple days. But before we go today, I want to get us launched for our week with an excellent quote by Faisal Abdul Rauf. This is a very simple quote, but one that will have a big impact on you, I'm sure. Consistency is what matters the most in triggering something important to your life. So the question we're left with is, what is it that's important to your life that you're going to get started today being consistent with? Now, again, to be consistent takes that first step, and then we'll start replicating that tomorrow and the next day and the next day and so on. So again, you have an excellent day. Get out there, be confident, be consistent, and I'll see you in the AM. Have a great day.